Insider drops truth bomb on Bulls stars trade availability. Winning takes care of everything. Of course, the Chicago Bulls, 10-14, will need to do more than just beat the struggling Washington Wizards to answer all of the remaining questions about this squad, including, is Zach LaVine a potential trade candidate? On December 7th, ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski stated, the Knicks will be watching Chicago, confirming New York's previously rumored interest in the Bulls guard. Is Zach LaVine a player who could become available before the trade deadline? He most emphatically isn't right now. Wojnarowski's story largely agrees with Fox Sports' Rick Bucher assessment of the situation. The Knicks' problem is not a dearth of assets. They have 4 first-round picks, 3 protected, and the upcoming draft and veteran point guard Derrick Rose, whose role has been severely reduced with the acquisition of Jalen Brunson, to dangle, but a lack of star-level inventory on the market to pursue, he wrote in his Front Office Confidential column on December 2nd. Included in that star-level inventory would be DeMar DeRozan and LaVine, whom the Bulls, according to league sources, had made off-limits in trade talks, Bucher wrote. Wojnarowski's report made no mention of DeRozan as being a future candidate. That would leave Bulls center Nikola Vucevic, who is in the final year of his contract, as the most likely trade candidate, according to K.C. Johnson of NBC Sports Chicago. As for Vucevic, he's an extremely skilled player and I think actually underrated in terms of how much he sacrifices on this team. But he's more of a complimentary star than a lead star, Johnson wrote in his Bulls mailbag column published December 7th. Knicks eyeing LaVine. Chicago's 115-112 win over the Wizards on December 7th was a strong starting point as the team's beleaguered big three of DeRozan, LaVine, and Vucevic attempt to turn around the season. They are currently 10-14 and in 12th place in the Eastern Conference, 1/2 game out of a spot in the play-in tournament. 2 of the 3, DeRozan and Vucevic, are now posting positive net ratings on the season, per Cleaning the Glass. LaVine figures to be on his way to joining them if his recent trend holds over a very winnable stretch of games. Their upcoming schedule features 2 games against the Knicks, as well as games against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Atlanta Hawks, and Dallas Mavericks. LaVine has been scoring just fine all season, albeit below his all-star capability, as he returned from an off-season curbed by knee surgery. Over his last 4 outings, however, LaVine is averaging 27 points on 60.5% true shooting. Much of that is courtesy of the 110-101 loss to the Sacramento Kings. But LaVine is also knocking down 44% of his looks from beyond the arc over the last 3 games, no small development for a player who shot 38.9% last season or a team that ranks in the middle of the pack in terms of three-point efficiency but is dead last in attempts. Perhaps most encouraging, LaVine's defensive rating over the last 3 games is 103, marking a beat in 2 of the 3 contests. He had 2 such outings in 21 previous tries before this stretch. Waiting for a while. LaVine signed a 5-year, $215 million max deal this past summer, making him the face of the franchise. It would presumably take a major slide and likely LaVine demanding out for the 27-year-old 2-time All-Star's availability to change by the deadline. Proposed trade sees Bulls ship $36 million star for former number 2 pick. DeRozan still has another season left on his contract after this 2022-23, giving a team that would acquire him some team control.
Harden's injured eye, you can see eyes both.
Bloodshot.